Welcome to Beyond Discovering. This is the podcast where we go behind the scenes of mineral exploration. My name is Thomas Tränkner, and as always is Mattias Fors here also. Welcome, Mattias.
Thank you very much.
Today we are going to talk about the drilling and from planning to practice, and our guest today is William Roslund at Protek. Welcome to the podcast, William.
Thank you. I'm very glad to be here.
And William, you told me before that you have been drilling several thousand meters in your career.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Can you tell me and the listener more about you?
I grew up in a small town of Boliden, small mining community north of Sweden. Been in this business for 20 years and been diamond drilling both above ground and underground for about 10 years. But now I'm sitting as a business area manager for Protek Norr.
So where are you located now?
I'm located in Skellefteå, but we had our head office in Norsjö in Västerbottens county.
So tell me about Protek, because you are a bunch of drillers, you told me.
Yeah, we are, I think, one of the biggest company here in the Nordics. Around 160, 170 diamond drillers drilling roughly around 200,000 meters every year. So we are part of a big group called Nordisk Bergteknik, who is like a big mining company that does a lot of rock works for different parts in the mining.
Mattias, your company Geopol, where does your company come in with respect to Protek and the things William do?
One part is, of course, we do the permitting with exploration licenses and the work plans. And initial work maybe is quite often then geochemical sampling, bedrock mapping, and geophysical surveys. And when these methods have indicated something of interest, then diamond drilling is where Protek comes in, and thus where the explorer then wants to find what's in the bedrock.
But William, if I call you and say I need a drilling, what is your first question to me?
Yeah, where do you want us to drill is the first.
And we will come back to that, because that is a very important information for you.
Yes, it is. And also what type, when do you want to have this drilling to be done?
But you told me also you like me to call you very early in my project.
Yeah, it's a very good thing to call the drilling companies in an early stage of the drilling, because it's very good for us to see what type of environment we should be in and work with. It's important to find the correct routes in the forest to make a small footprint as possible.
But as you said, you are a drilling company. So what are you not doing, and what are you doing? What is your responsibilities and not?
We do not do anything about the permits. That we expect to be done before we arrive, and we doesn't do any logging. It's up to the geologists to do that. But everything in between that we do.
But how about the planning and the landowner geology and so?
That's up to the prospecting company, not the drilling company, to talk with the landowners and get all the permits in order.
So let us come back to the question on when we want to drill. Why does that matter to you?
It's important because if we are drilling in the winter or in the summer, because you have different things to take in consideration if it's winter drilling or summer drilling. Summer drilling it's more suitable for dry lands, and the winter drilling is more suitable for more like wet drilling in mires and that types of stuff.
What type of equipment do you use when you drill?
Usually we have rubber tracked machineries. It's more common nowadays. Before it was more like forest tractors and stuff, but to get the lower footprint, almost every company now uses track mounted vehicles to get out to the drilling site.
But that can be quite heavy equipment.
Yeah, still, even if it's a rubber tracked, it's still very heavy. Let's say a normal diamond drilling rigs weigh around 15 tons.
And the width and the length of the drill rig?
The width of the rig is about 3 meters, and the lengths are around 5 meters.
What is the typical length of a project or of a drilling program?
Let's say if you're in a project, just to make it easier to calculate, let's say you're drilling a 1,000-meter hole, you will be on the same spot around 1 month, roughly.
And how many meters can you drill?
Yeah, we can drill. It depends a lot on the rock formations and everything around, and if we have any standstills or other stuff. But say we drill around 30 meters. Around 30 meters each shift, and a shift is around 12 hours.
Now you're drilling on 24 hours a day.
Yeah, we're drilling both night and days. So we can do it to adjust if we have like residential in the area. We can swap over to just going day shift to not disturb the neighboring people. So,
can you say something about the price for drilling?
Yeah, it's around 1,200 to around 1,200 Swedish crowns. Roughly, but it's hard to say. It depends a lot on the program. But say 1,200 Swedish crown each meters to drill.
Yeah. William, let's talk about the preparation before you start drilling. What is happening before drilling starts on the site?
Usually it starts with making the doing correct routes to the drilling, and also a key thing for us to know about is if we're going to take care of the cuttings from the drilling. It's an important thing to know before we enter. If you want to have that one, you need to tell us in advance so we can plan that with you.
Yeah, and also the water is essential. You have told me.
Yeah. The water is very important. We need water to cool off the drill bit. So we need about 15 to 20 cubic meters of water each shift, and we really want to, if it's possible, would like to take it from old drill holes, just to keep in the winter, especially when it's a bit warmer water in the old drill holes.
Let's talk about the environmental impact and the drilling cuttings. What about those topics?
Yeah, it's important to know if we are going to take it away, because there are like pros and cons with taking up cuttings. To be able to handle that, you will make more impact on the ground, because you will travel more to the road and driving more on the ground with the cuttings. So it's something to take in consideration. But also if you're using different methods, you have like cutting centrifuges. They take a lot of fuel, around 10 liters an hour more. So it's something to be in consideration. But a good thing is to contact, like for example us, and we can guide you through a good solutions for the drilling. What's the best thing to do?
And you told me also that at the drill site you always have signs for contact information, so anyone who wonder what's going on here and have questions can contact you.
We will take a safety tape around the drilling site to be able to keep people outside it, because it can be a dangerous place inside with the drilling ongoing. So and also we'll have a sign with a telephone number and a name who is the responsible manager for that drilling. So if you're interested what's happening, you can call that number and you will get forward to the right person.
Well, William, this was really interesting, but also very challenging to talk about the drilling from start to finish in just 15 or less minutes. But what is the key takeaway, would you say, from what you have told us?
A key thing is to talk with us in an early stage. I think everyone in the project will become beneficial for that, and just to contact us in an early stage, it's a good thing.
I think that aspect is both important not only for the drilling company but also for the land and stakeholders. In what stage is the exploration project? Is it the first time we are going in to do the first drill holes ever in this area, or is there historical drill holes that can be discussed if they are open and possible to take water from, or is it, as you mentioned, we're drilling 1,000-meter holes and we have been there for quite a bit and do infill drilling or extension of a known mineralization? Because in the early stage exploration, the first holes, they are quite often just 50, 100, 150 meters, so it's quite a big difference in what stage the project is.
Great. And you who want to find the contact information to William Roslund, just visit Protek Norr .se and you will find all the details. And I will also write them down in the summary of this episode. Thank you very much, William and Matthias, for this interesting episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you who listen to this, please make sure you subscribe to the podcast, because then you get notified when we are issuing a new episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.